I love some kind of psycho dame. Someone with a lot of moxie, you know? I got 4 of them on the brain right now. Can't seem to shake them. People say they're the Femme Fatale. Literally a fatal woman or a woman of death, if my couple years of French class serve me right. I can't seem to get these dames off my mind. Maybe talking to you will help. First one I want to talk about ain't a doll I know firsthand. None of them are really, but this one's especially out of my league and before my time. Circe, the evil enchantress and femme fatale from before the age. Sexy and evil, she lures people in and turns them into pigs. My kind of dame. Anywhere she goes, chaos and misery are sure to follow. That's the deadly dame's main thing. She don't gotta be evil, she don't gotta be mean. Someone just gotta die because of her. Death follows her around, like the dust cloud in them Charlie Brown strips. And like the dust, it gets on everybody else. Like I said, she don't gotta be evil. She might not even do the killing. That's where one Miss Laura Hunt enters the picture. Laura ain't just not the killer. She's the killed. The first half of her story is about how she was found dead in her own apartment, with a dozen bullets put right through her skull. A big old whodunnit follows her around, with Detective Mark McPherson keen on trying to find the killer. Right until he falls asleep in her apartment, waking up to one Laura Hunt walking in and demanding to know what he's doing there. Laura ain't dead, so who is? Some poor dame was certainly found dead, face riddled with bullets so much she couldn't be identified. The answer? A model who'd been at her place while she was out of town, a Diana Redfern. Someone opened the door, assumed Miss Hunt was on the other side, and shot. They find the killer, an older man, Walter Lydecker, prim and proper, kind of effeminate, and apparently mad in love with Laura. Based on how he acts, I would assume he swung the other way, but I won't judge. All he wanted was Laura, and she didn't want him. It drove him mad. It drove him to try and kill her. But he got the wrong target. When he tried again, the cops came. Killed him. Laura ain't some psycho. She's a doll, sweet as they come, and just a victim of a bad circumstance. But still, death follows her around. Not her fault. Ain't the femme's fault she's fatale. Laura Hunt is hardly my favorite femme fatale. She fills the role, sure, but it ain't a film noir without a crazy psycho dame. And this doll ain't either of those things. There's this thing in accident insurance. It's called double indemnity. You get a policy with a double indemnity clause, and if there's a death in some unusual way, train, murder, that kind of thing, then you get double the money for it. Phyllis Dietrichson. Seductive, promiscuous, murderous. In a chat about car insurance with one Walter Neff, she asks if there's some way of getting her husband to have life insurance without him knowing it. Neff ain't buying it. He's heard too many stories of a woman getting her man life insurance so she can kill him and get rich off it. It never works. He ain't about to get that case on his record. A day later, he's back. Together, they hatch a plan. Remember, all this was Phyllis's idea. She wanted her husband dead, and a little money certainly wouldn't hurt. But Walter's the insurance guy. He knows how to get the most money out of someone's death. Phyllis is a psycho. As the story went on, I learned a little more about her. Before marrying this husband, his late wife was sick with a dreadful chill. She was the nurse. This dame would open all the windows and throw off all the blankets. She wanted that woman dead. Why? Who knows? But death has always been her MO. This dame is the one who started up the whole plot. Walter just got sucked in. Though, can't say I give her all the blame. No mentally well person would jump right to murder because of a dame he was sucked before. Walter still wouldn't have started this if Phyllis hadn't gotten him to. Dietrichson here, she's my favorite femme fatale. Cold, calculating, charismatic, full of carnal love and crazy hate. Cruel, but terrifyingly calm. Unlike Laura, death surrounds her because she wants it to. She brings it everywhere, not by accident, but by choice. She's my kind of dame. 10,086 Sunset Boulevard. A decrepit manor, seemingly abandoned until you make your way inside. Two people still live here. One Norma Desmond and her butler Max. When down on his luck screenwriter Joe Gillis pops into her garage to get away from some cops who are after him because he owes money on his car, she gets him to read a script she's written. The script's hardly any good, but she's loaded and he needs money. He gets a job ghostwriting for her. He fixes up parts of the script, trims it down, makes her think it's actually going to be pretty solid. He doesn't think it'll go anywhere, but she can pay for bed and board. Here's the thing about Norma. Yeah, she's loaded, but it ain't old money or anything like that. She was a silent film star in Hollywood golden age. Now, she's just a 50-year-old has-been who thinks she's still big.
I am big. It's the picture that got small.
As Joe gets suckered into staying with her, it becomes clear just how nuts she is. And worst of all, she thinks her script is a masterpiece. It's not. No one quite has the heart to tell her that it's never going to get produced. The cameras won't ever roll on her again.
Now grow up.
She's 50.
There's nothing tragic about being 50. Not unless you try to be 25.
I think that was the moment Norma Desmond fully snapped. She'd been losing it for a while, but after this, she's lost all touch on reality. She just keeps saying that she's a star. She's a star, and no one ever leaves a star. But Joe does leave her. On his way out, she shoots him in the back 3 times. He falls into her pool, and the cops find him the next day. So does the press. So do the cameras. Norma's so deluded, she don't even notice that this ain't a film set. She comes down the stairs, talking about how glad she is to be back. Thinking her director is around somewhere, she ends the story with a line I'll never be able to forget.
Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people out there in the dark. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
It ain't a good mystery without a crazy psycho dame. I argue it ain't even much of a good story without one. From the cold, calculating Phyllis Dietrichson, to the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Norma Desmond, to even the sweet and innocent Laura Hunt. Any woman who brings death with her is the mark of a great picture. But I gotta say, I do also love me something a little more fun and lighthearted. That's where Charlie Chaplin comes in too. But, until next time, I love a crazy psycho dame. Good day, Ultra Friends.